Operation Sunbeam, a 24-hour kindness challenge by Teddy Snuggletail for comfy corner time. Early one morning, before the bell, Miss Judy sat at her desk. The end of term hovered like a sleepy cloud. Soon the sea of empty chairs would fill with tired, grumpy little people. Oh, how to turn those frowns upside down, she pondered. A sudden, jolly ring danced in her ears, sparking an idea. "I've got it," she said, jumping up like a jack-in-the-box. The class door swung open with a whoosh. In shuffled her usual band of sleepy-eyed munchkins, backpacks swaying like turtle shells. Miss Judy clapped her hands, greeting the class with the biggest smile she could muster. Blank faces stared back. What a miserable lot, she thought. Time for Operation Sunbeam. Now, class, I have an exciting, wonderful, fantastic task for you. Her words floated around the room like bubbles, popping over heads filled with frowns, open mouths, and even a couple of boos. After the buzz of yawns and stretching died down, Miss Judy told the class it would be easy and fun. "As the bell rings today," announced Miss Judy, "we're starting a special adventure. A 24-hour challenge." The class erupted into groans, like a chorus of little grumpy frogs. There was a sudden thud and a squeak. Poor Kevin had bumped his head on the desk. Miss Judy tried again. "We're going to be super kind heroes for one whole day." Complete silence. Even the sound of Kevin rubbing his head seemed loud. "Let's form teams," she encouraged. "At the end of the day, we'll share our kindness mission with the world." Beth, with her bouncy ponytail, piped up, "But miss, being kind is easy peasy." A mysterious smile spread across Miss Judy's face. Is it? Is it really? Let's see how kind our hearts can be." Ding, 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 ding. The school bell chimed, and like magic it turned sleepy heads into whirlwinds of excitement. Little feet raced towards the door. But wait, there stood Miss Judy, blocking their path. "Remember, you're 24-hour super kind heroes," she reminded them. But she didn't move. There was a moment of puzzled silence. Then Paolo piped up, "Night, Miss Judy." Miss Judy smiled. "Night to you too, Paolo. See, being kind is as easy as saying good night." And with those words, an ensemble of "Night, miss," pealed across the room. Miss Judy stepped aside, releasing her little superheroes into the world. On the ring of the morning bell, the door burst open. In whooshed a bubbly sea of smiley faces. Miss Judy's heart jumped. Oh, to see the joyful transformation! Chatters of "Morning, miss" danced throughout the room. "So, who wants to share their act of kindness?" asked Miss Judy. Hands shot up like little rockets, wiggling and jiggling in the air. Excited faces beamed, all eager to share their story. "I smiled at everyone I passed, and they all smiled back," declared Kevin, shocked. "I helped Mum with tea and got an extra sausage," shouted a proud Paolo. "I gave up my place on the bus for a dear old lady," chirped Beth sweetly. I pushed the shopping trolley and I only crashed it twice, giggled Anika, as the whole class began to laugh. What did you do, miss? chorused the class. Well, I gave you the gift of happiness. Miss Judy smiled at the sea of confused faces. Give them a moment, she thought to herself. Don't you see? You were paid handsomely for your kindness. Nothing is more precious than the gift of joy. Like a sparkling sea of jewels, the lights flickered on. Smiles washed across the room. I'm going to be kind all the time, promised Kevin. Me too. I like how it makes me feel, admitted Beth. Discover the delight of compassion through a 24-hour kindness challenge and watch the magic unfold.